Have you ever found yourself in a place you never intended to be, looking back and wondering, how did I end up here? It's a haunting question, one that echoes in moments of regret, confusion, or profound change. We often search for a single dramatic event, a turning point that explains it all. But the truth is far more unsettling. You didn't just end up here. You walked one silent, seemingly insignificant step at a time. This is the fundamental shift in perspective that modern psychology offers. It moves beyond the simple question of what happened, and instead asks a much deeper, more revealing question. What was ignored? Think about it. The major collapses in our lives, whether in relationships, careers, or personal well-being, rarely spring from a single cataclysmic event. They are the culmination of 1,000 small surrenders. The warning signs were almost never dramatic. They weren't flashing red lights or blaring sirens. They were subtle, whispers, a thought you quickly dismissed because it was inconvenient, a gut feeling you postponed dealing with until later, a difficult conversation you avoided because the immediate comfort of silence was more appealing. Each one a tiny compromise. Each one a brick laid on a path you didn't even realize you were building. This process isn't about impulse. Impulse is fast, chaotic, a sudden break from the norm. What we're talking about is the opposite. It's slow, it's methodical. It's a structure, built quietly and meticulously day by day, through a series of repeated, comfort-based decisions. Every time you chose the easy way out, every time you opted for a temporary peace over a necessary conflict, you added another stone to the road leading you right to this very moment. The human brain is a masterpiece of self-preservation. But here is the crucial distinction. It is primarily designed to protect you not from long-term danger, but from immediate discomfort. That's its default setting. It will weave intricate justifications, create compelling rationalizations, and conveniently forget inconvenient truths, all in the service of avoiding the unpleasantness of right now. And therein lies the paradox. Sometimes the very mechanism designed to protect you becomes the greatest danger of all. Your shield becomes your cage. The comfort you seek becomes the source of your future crisis. Consider the moments that truly define our trajectory. We think it's the big action, the final decision, the moment the trigger is pulled. But the most critical moment, the point of no return, is much quieter. It's the moment you stop questioning yourself. It is when you stop challenging your own narrative and accept the comfortable story you've been telling yourself. Because by then, the decision has already been made. The action is just a formality, the final, inevitable conclusion of a process that has been running in the background for weeks, months, or even years. Let's look at a common example. The slow erosion of a relationship. It doesn't start with a fight. It starts with an unspoken resentment. It starts with choosing to watch TV instead of having that slightly awkward conversation about your day. It's the small courtesies that are dropped one by one. The thank you that goes unsaid. The shared joke that's met with silence. Each instance is tiny. On its own, it's nothing. You can easily justify it. I was tired. It wasn't a big deal. They should know I appreciate them. But these small, ignored moments accumulate. They are like grains of sand, each one weightless, but together they form a desert that slowly buries the connection that once was. You ignore the growing distance because confronting it is uncomfortable. It would require vulnerability. It might lead to a fight. It's easier to pretend everything is fine. You choose immediate, fragile peace over the difficult work of maintaining long-term, resilient love. And then one day, you wake up next to a stranger and you ask yourself, how did we get here? You walked, both of you, one silent step at a time. This same pattern applies to our careers. No one wakes up one morning and decides to be deeply unfulfilled and stagnant in their job. It's a slow drift. It begins when you stop speaking up in meetings because you fear your idea might be rejected. It continues when you pass up a challenging project for an easier one. You tell yourself you're being practical, that you're just trying to get through the week. You rationalize your lack of growth by focusing on the security of the paycheck. You avoid the discomfort of job hunting, of learning a new skill, of networking. Each decision to stay comfortable is a decision against growth. Each choice to avoid a small risk solidifies your position in a place you don't want to be. Your brain protects you from the discomfort of potential failure, but in doing so, it guarantees the quiet failure of stagnation. You're not trapped by your boss or your company. You're trapped by a long series of comfort-based choices. And the moment you stopped questioning if this was truly what you wanted was the moment your path was set. This isn't madness. It's not a dramatic loss of control. What we're describing is the very essence of human decision-making. It was a choice. A long, drawn-out series of choices that never felt dangerous in the moment. In fact, they felt safe. They felt logical. They felt like the right thing to do to minimize friction and discomfort. And that is the most insidious part of it all. It didn't feel dangerous until it was too late. It didn't feel wrong until the consequences were irreversible. The path to here was paved with reasonable, comfortable, and utterly logical decisions. It only becomes clear in hindsight that the destination was somewhere you never wanted to go. So, the next time you feel that subtle pull towards avoidance, that small temptation to dismiss an uncomfortable thought or a difficult feeling, pause. Recognize it for what it is. Not a moment of weakness, but a crossroads. A choice. This is where the path is built. Not in the grand gestures, but in the quiet, unobserved decisions you make when no one else is watching. This is the moment you decide where you are truly walking. We don't judge what we find when we look at these patterns. We simply observe. We seek to understand the quiet machinery of the human mind. If that process of looking deeper interests you, if you want to understand the space between what we do and why we do it, then welcome to Beyond the Obvious.